Welcome to another episode of Hoods in the Woods, where we're not trophy hunters, we're just deer hunters. Now, filling the freezer is our priority. In the first week of October, we got 2 in the freezer. Eliza got a buck and I got a doe. But since then, luck has not been on our side. We're heading into November, and we're hoping the weather gets better and our luck gets better. But it's a little bit longer episode, so stick around. October 30th. We haven't shot a deer since October the 5th. Well, I'll take that back. I shot one Monday out of this same stand. Monday evening at last light. And I did not recover that deer. Now, unfortunately, that deer hit the creek this time, and we've had a lot of rain because of the hurricane, and if he made it across the creek, there was no way I could cross it. And if he didn't make it across the creek and died in the creek, then he's a mile down because that creek was rolling. But since then, I've got new arrows, heavier spine, and retuned. Now, from my right, I see that nanny doe and her 2 youngins with her. And she's coming right towards me. And then all of a sudden, this crazy bird starts hollering, and then it gets a squirrel to barking, and then she gets nervous. So that's just how that hunt went. Now the next day, I decided I'm gonna wait till daylight before I go to the stand because it's a full moon and the deer are probably eating out all night. So I'm gonna try to sneak around the field, but when I get there, deer are already in the field. Now it wasn't long and I'm back up in the tree. And I got a deer coming to me. I get ready, and I see it's just a little old button buck. So I just sit there and watch him. Now he starts to get a little spooky, and I look up and there's 3 deer running across the field towards me, and it's all 3 shooter bucks. And they stop at the edge of the field and they're about to walk right in front of me, and then the button buck spooks, and then when he runs off, they run off. So my luck that day just keeps getting better and better. Now it's November 2nd, and we finally get a cold morning. The sun's coming up, I got turkeys flying off the roost, and I'm feeling pretty good about this spot. Well, we finally get a cold morning. Sun just came up, and I feel pretty good about this planned on staying till about 1 o'clock, but it is 9 o'clock now. I don't know if I'll make it to 10. I wasn't expecting the wind to be blowing this bad. And I didn't wear the clothes for it. I'm about to freeze. But I'll try to hang in here. My feet are frozen. And no deer. Now it wasn't but about 15 minutes later, and old Button Buck is back. But this time, he brought his mama and his sister. The footage, and she stepped right out at the frame. All I got was her rear end in the frame when I shot, so that stinks. But I'm pretty sure we got a deer down. Sweet November, come on. October was a good first week, but the rest of the month was just full of bad luck. Got on deer, but just didn't work. I can't stop shaking. This wind is about to kill me for some reason. Give this deer a few minutes. Go look. She wasn't but about 10 yards shot. I should have zoomed out on the camera. I know better than that. I thought I'd put it far enough ahead where I could get the whole shot. But, oh well. Hopefully we got a deer. Now I'm down out of the tree. I run over to see my arrow, and then all I could do is shake my head. Well, my luck just keeps getting better. Looked at my arrow, had a straight pass through the guts probably. I don't see how. I watched the footage. I never saw the arrow. You can only see the back half of the deer, and I could have swore when the deer was running off, I could see a big hole right through the rib cage. but there's no blood. Not a drop. Not a drop. Some on my arrow. And then there is some gut, the green. But it's not a strong smell of gut. Deer was 10 yards. How did I mess that up? Now for about an hour, I made circles and went down every deer trail that I could find and was not finding any blood at all. And then finally, I found a drop. And then it was more, and then it kept being a lot more. And it just kept going. How far does this thing gonna go? Well, it's official. I made a bad shot. As you can see, this is what I've tracked this deer. Now most people give up too early on a deer, I think. But persistence pays off. Now I dread having to get this deer out of here because I'm 1,000 yards at least in a straight line. But the trail going back is not a straight line. I have to cross 2 big creeks. Only if I'd have made a good shot. I was about 8 inches too far back. Well, I was planning on taking Eliza hunting this evening. But it is already 1:15. If I can make it back home before 3 into the processor, then maybe. But I doubt it. I got a long ways to go. Well, I gotta get the dragon. Oh, Lord. Oh. I guess I deserve it for making a bad shot. But I'm just about to die trying to get this sucker across through here. Halfway there. Oh, Lord. Now I've done drugged this deer about 500 to 600 yards, and I'm to the point where I am wore out. So I'd call Dad. Oh, here. I can go grab my bow. Thank you. It's right over here. Bad shot. Should have been right there. Let me take the processor.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Now, if it wasn't for my dad, I'd probably still be dragging that deer. Thanks, Dad.
Yep, it's a big one.
Whew. Is that a good deer?
Yeah.
Well, stinky deer right now. Good shot. Daddy made a bad shot. So, even Daddy makes bad shots, too.
But look what I'm wearing through process.
Phew. You like that smell? Woo! Come on.
Bye, Mommy, it's our
Thanks for watching, and if you don't want to drag a deer a long ways, then don't be like me. Make a good shot. So, happy hunting and good luck.